What happens when our technology becomes more advanced than us?
People commonly associate technology advancing past us with artificial intelligence, and rightfully so.
Many different theories exist as to what will happen when artificial intelligence and this kind of technology blossoms into a functioning, competent practice, but almost all of these theories are undertoned by fears and anxieties about the technology itself.
Is this fear of violence, death, inferiority? There's no single answer. In his book, Artificial Intelligence, A Modern Approach, Stuart Russell examines many facets of what may happen if artificial intelligence continues.
In his book, Russell describes many things regarding AI, including potential growth mechanisms and ways in which we achieve a successful AI and potential successes it can have. But one fear he does have is the impact that misaligned values between AI and human specimens can have, and he's scared that when AI eventually becomes a competent working thing, that it'll be the biggest event in human history.
When asked about the issue of AI, Stephen Hawking himself once said it could be the most catastrophic, worst event in the history of our civilization. So what's this fear all about? Alex Garland, in his 2015 film Ex Machina, currently on Netflix, he attempts to answer this question of what are we afraid of? What is all this fear of AI about? It's important to note that for the simplicity of this argument, we're primarily focusing on like AI kind of robots, like we're talking Space Odyssey 2001, not like that Terminator evil destroyer kind of robot, or we're talking more sentient, like human level of cognition robots. It makes a difference. In this film, programmer, as you can see here, Caleb, is selected by his company to have a week-long stay at his CEO's house. Caleb here is working with CEO of the company, Nathan, staying at his house, attempting to bring to life an AI robot so sentient that you won't be able to distinguish it from human. Caleb begins working with Ava, the AI bot that Nathan is developing, and his task is to test her abilities, and things take a turn for the worse, as you can expect. The story's end, Caleb is left to choose between him, Nathan, his CEO, and the AI, Ava, who he's developed a close companionship with. Who's in the right?
Caleb inevitably makes the wrong decision and picks Ava over Nathan. In the end, Ava deceives Caleb, and the humans, Nathan and Caleb, are left screwed. Ex Machina definitely fits with Stephen Hawking's fear and Stuart Russell's fear that AI may be the end of humanity. But why is this?
In her piece, Are We Safe Enough in the Future of Artificial Intelligence, Utku Koze concludes that we may or may not be depending on ourselves.
Essentially, Koze is trying to say that as creators of AI, we possess the potential to install mechanisms, systems of protection against this kind of thing from happening.
But as technology has showed us, time and time again, it's just unreliable. It doesn't always work the way we intend it to. When technology becomes indistinguishable from human, what are we to do? Where are we to go? How are we to decide what's right and wrong? In the film, we learn that Nathan intentionally brought Caleb to his house as a programmer to successfully study whether or not Ava was capable of deceiving a human and manipulating them to do things for them. At this point in the film, we also see Caleb cut himself to test whether or not he is a human, because Nathan has informed him that another person in the house is an AI, and he had no idea. So he begins to fear for his own personhood. So the blood, in fact, confirms he's human. But what does this mean for the other characters? Scene, while attempting to terminate Ava, Nathan is then killed by his own other creation, another robot, showing that these things have a mind of their own. The shock on Nathan's face exemplifies the sheer fear and confusion experienced when your own creation turns on you. He tries to fight, but it's useless at this point. By the movie's end, Ava, now in full person costume, you can literally say that because she put on artificial skins, leaves Caleb trapped in the house by security systems enabled by Nathan. So Caleb is stuck in the house, and Ava flies away later to reintegrate herself as a free woman in the real world. Caleb realizes he's been played. Ava realizes she's outsmarted everyone, so now she finally experiences her first moments of freedom, while Caleb experiences first moments of imprisonment. Obviously, with Nathan dead and Caleb presumably trapped by the very own technology we created, just even a simple security system, it really invokes the fear that AI does have the potential to not only outsmart us, but integrate itself so well that we can't even tell what's real and what's not real. Maybe Kosei was wrong in saying that our fear comes from not being able to control it, because we can install these mechanisms to try to avoid it, but at the end of the day, if it's smart enough to develop such an advanced level of cognition, we have nothing we can do about that, and that's the fear of loss of control, fear of inferiority, fear of death. The ultimate anxiety of the audience is being replaced, and in this movie we see Ava the robot replace two humans, Nathan and Caleb. So is that what our fear is? A fear of extinction? I mean, the next logical step in evolution would appear to be we create something smarter than us. We have the capabilities, so who's to say it's not going to happen?